Every morning the world starts quietly, one soft light at a time. Homes flicker awake, shops open. People take those first small steps into a brand new day. And in all of that ordinary movement, there's something kind of extraordinary. A moment worth noticing, a spark you feel before you even name it. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's small, but kindness shows up right on time. And every morning we choose to show up with you so we can look for that spark together.
Good morning. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Kindness Rising. Let's rise together.
Good morning, and welcome. Welcome to Kindness Rising, your morning dose of hope, humanity, and heart. We are getting up and getting after it with the Kindness crew, with Jess, dude, I'm late. Mornings in the lab. Keith Billis here before me. I guess if I'm not early, I'm late. Is that the saying? If you're not early, you are late. And apparently I am late. Yes, I am. And my entire document is missing. What happened? Okay. Anyway, we're here. You're here this morning, and so am I. And that's what really matters as we get up and get after it on Kindness Rising and the mornings in the Lab Network. Yep. It is another day, another loop here in the network as I work on finding my way. Finding my way. Yes, indeed we are. We're going to continue our conversation. You're laughing at me, Keith. Thanks. I appreciate it, Keith. Thanks for laughing, buddy. We'll find our way no matter what happens here. It's just the way we do it. Yep. Today is the final day of our... Today is our final day of our... Yeah, buddy. You are definitely there before me, aren't you? Final day of the first week of our Without a Net. It's just missing. We're here together, having a good time. What the hell? Holy moly, we got it together finally. Welcome into Kindness Rising this morning. Better late than never. Better never than late. I don't know. Better late than never. Better Nate than lever. Wasn't there a joke? Better Nate than lever? I don't know. It sounds like there should be if there's not. Here we go. What a joke. Speaking of jokes, this is not a joke. This is Kindness Rising, absolutely, and we're going to do a little something different this morning, for sure. We are bringing home our first week. Yep, our first week. Wait, our first week? You've been here a year. No, it's our first week of our Without a Net series, a 5-week series on Without a Net, and this week's theme has been Show Up Real. Monday, we began with the invitation. Tuesday, we shed our armor. Wednesday, we're learning to see. We were practicing. Yesterday was the cost of performing. And today, we asked, what does it actually mean to play without a net? You just saw it right here. Not as a slogan, not as a cute phrase, not as something we say when we want people to take more risks, but as a way to live, a way to lead, a way to create, a way to build our teams and our organizations, relationships, all that stuff, where people can be honest before the crisis, where people can speak before they talk about it in the parking lot or the bathroom or the cafeteria or restaurant or the bar or wherever, talking about it where it matters, in the room, before the room loses themselves. Does that make sense? Where people can bring more of themselves into the room before the room loses what they have to offer too. And that's today's lesson, playing without a net. So let's rise together. All right. Here we are. Thank you so much. Welcome into Kindness Rising. The comments are bouncing. Better late than never. Technically, you have 2 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, the timer reset. 2 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, the timer resets. Beggar 697. I love it. That's true. We're always about 2 minutes away or a second away, right? Kindness is weakness in this world? Absolutely not. Beggars, stick around and we will show you why that is not true right here at Kindness Rising. It's Friday. I'm in love. You're cured. Jerry Ginger. Anybody get it? He's cured. It's Friday. Good one. Love it. Hey, Jess, you getting ready for that big show tomorrow? Love it. Love it. Yep. It's tomorrow, right? Oh, here's Sully. Sully, sorry I missed you, buddy. Sorry I missed you. It is amazing that he's still touring, right? That Bob Dylan is still touring. That's really cool. All right. I do want to talk, though. I do want to talk. I've been talking. It's like, why don't you stop talking? Why don't we get to a Who's in the World? We're so far behind because I fumbled at the beginning. Let's just get right into Who in the World because that's why everybody's really here. Not to hear me yak, but to hear my Who in the World. Not really. This person was discovered at the beach on another continent and became highly recognizable comedic actor. A comedic actor from another continent discovered on the beach. This is Who in the World. 3 clues throughout today's episode for us to guess the mystery person of whom I am speaking. That is true. Absolutely. All right. No water. Wearing my tooth. Fumbling around. It's because of last night. Last night was awesome. Had a great night. I think I told you guys about it. I was going to bring some video. I have it, and I just didn't upload it because I was tired and things were a little off late last night. That's all right. We went and saw Dirty Dozen Brass Band at a local concert. They were great. 50 years. I didn't realize that they've been around 50 years. 1977, 49 years. They formed. A guy named Roger Lewis. If you have a chance, if you know anything about New Orleans jazz or the jazz scene in New Orleans, Roger Lewis, baritone saxophone player, is like virtuoso, Grammy Award winning, blah, blah, blah. Just standing on the stage in like a red, what do you call it? Golf shirt, saxophone, just rocking. It was awesome. Dirty Dozen Brass Band, New Orleans, Louisiana. They were great. All right. Wow. Let's do this because I got to pull it together. I want to take a step back for a second with you all. You guys had fun in the comments, chitter-chatting about Bob Dylan and Lucinda Williams and Paul Hogan. Oh, that's your guess? Sully, Paul Hogan. Your dad said 20 years ago he was like, you're lucky. Yeah, right. That's funny. 20 years ago, it's like, oh, final tour. Okay. So yeah, I do want to take a step back. I said I would do that. While you guys talk about Lucinda Williams and Bob Dylan and Paul Hogan, who the answer is not, but he did have something to say about the state of his country. Okay. I want to do something a little different this morning for sure. And just take a zoom out. I've said that before. And talk a little bit about what I'm doing with this Without a Net program, with the content that I'm creating, with the material, and why it's really important to me. And I hope it becomes important to you and that you stick around. We're already through 5 of the 25 days of Without a Net, 25 days, a full month, is actually more than a month, 5 weeks of content around this idea, and let me talk about it. Here's the thing. Kindness Rising started as a morning live stream, a place to begin the day with humanity and hope and heart, and a place to talk about kindness without making it soft. A place to offer an alternative to outrage, to cynicism and the noise that so often fills our feeds before the day even begins. But over time, something's becoming clear. It's not only a show, it's a model for how we build trust and better conversations, a model for how we make workplaces, communities, classrooms, our teams, our families, and our platforms more human. And that's where Without a Net comes in. Without a Net is the framework that I'm working on building for leaders, creators, teams, and organizations who are tired of performing. People who know something's not working. Maybe it's the team that can't have an honest conversation, or an organization where the most important thing gets said, again, in the parking lots, never in the room where the decisions get made, the culture where people are technically present. They're showing up every day, but they're practically absent. They show up in body while the best version of themselves is waiting for conditions to improve somewhere else. And maybe it's quieter than that nagging sense that someone has about people being more capable than they currently are producing. Absolutely. The gap between yourself and the team, or the team you have and the team you know is possible, it's not a talent problem. It's not a strategy problem. It's not a resource problem. It's a safety problem, not physical safety, but psychological safety. The shared belief that people can speak up, make mistakes, ask questions, challenge the plan, tell the truth, and bring their actual selves to the work without fear of humiliation, punishment, or exclusion. When that exists, teams just learn faster, they recover better, they innovate more, and they trust deeper. They produce results that exceed what an individual talent alone can't explain. When it does not exist, people perform rather than show up. They conceal rather than contribute. They manage impressions instead of creating. And the cost of that is real. So this series is designed as 25 lessons, 5 weeks, 5 themes, 5 days each week anchored in a Grateful Dead song and a Robert Hunter lyric. Each week connects that lyric to psychological safety, leadership research, personal stories, business applications, and daily practices, because the Grateful Dead figured something out 50 years before Google even studied it. They built a culture, imperfect, complicated, human. Authenticity was structural and feedback was musical. Connection was fearless and failure was part of the process. Belonging was not a reward for the performance. It was the precondition for just showing up. They called it Playing Without a Net, and that is what we're building here. A daily live stream, a book, a course, workshops, consulting, content, conversations, all of it. An ecosystem built around one practical idea. Kindness is not just a feeling, it's a strategy. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's actually a method. And psychological safety is not a poster on the wall. It's a daily practice, a choice we make in meetings, in conversations, in relationship, and in leadership, in the way we respond when someone tells the truth, in the way we react when something goes wrong. So no, you do not need to love the Grateful Dead in order to take part in this. You do not need to know the difference between Help on the Way and Terrapin Station. You just need to be a person, a leader of person, maybe be led by a person, or sitting across from a person and wondering if what we're doing together could become something more honest, more human, and more alive. If that's you, the series is for you. This is Kindness Rising. This is Without a Net, and we are just getting started. Yeah. There you go. Hello, Zen Shinryu. I love this. I'm showing it. Kindness isn't weakness. What's weak is being an asshole. Perfect. I don't mind that word in this context at all. Actually, one of my what I might call them inspirations, I guess, for this is Simon Sinek. Influences, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Influences Simon Sinek, and he talks about that all the time. Yep. Yeah. Which he uses that word. He says people who are of high performance and low trust are very easy to find. All you have to do is ask the rest of the team who's the asshole. That's his line, Simon Sinek. All right, let's get moving here. I am so far behind. We're going to have to move other things around, but we're going to get to clue two. Clue two. Clue two. Okay, get a clue. Two. Okay, we're back to clue one, apparently. That's fine. Clue one. Clue one. They were discovered at the beach on another continent and became a highly recognizable comedic actor. Second, her accent, timing, confidence, and presence became part of what made her unforgettable. Her. Unforgettable accent, presence, timing, absolutely, and discovered on a beach in another continent. All right. Wow. All right, been an interesting morning here. You never know what's going to happen. What's happening on a Friday? I am so glad that you all have chosen to join me here today. We have to get to our weight. That happened today. We'll quickly go through this as we pull the clue off the stage. Get a clue. July 10th, 1925. 101 years ago, Dayton, Tennessee. The case centered on John Scopes, a high school teacher accused of teaching evolution in violation of Tennessee law. Now, there's a lot of history here. So there's complexity, religion, science, education, culture, law, public opinion. A lot going on with the Scopes monkey trial, right? The Scopes trial. They called it the Scopes monkey trial, which I just thought was a weird name. But the Scopes trial, in the spirit of kindness, we talk about controversial subjects, absolutely, but we're not here to flatten them into slogans or to take a side and say this is always right and this is the only way. But we're going to ask better questions. What happened? Why did it matter? Why do people still talk about it? And what can we learn? The Scopes trial is about what happens. This is my opinion. It's what happens when a society struggles over which truths are safe to say out loud. That's not a courtroom issue. It's a cultural issue, an organizational issue, and a leadership issue. Every room has rules about what can be said. Absolutely. Some are written down, most are not. And some teams say they value honesty, but actually punish disagreement. And some organizations say they want innovation, but reject questions that challenge the old way. Yep. That's why psychological safety matters, because learning, growth requires risk. To learn, we have to be willing to encounter ideas that might challenge us. Be willing to hear truths that make us uncomfortable and build spaces where questions are not treated as betrayal. The Scopes trial reminds us that when truth, identity, and belonging collide, people can become defensive very quickly. So the question is not how do we avoid hard conversations? The question is, can we build rooms strong enough to hold them? And that is playing without a net, not knowing exactly where the conversation will land, but trusting that curiosity, humility, and respect can keep us working together. Absolutely. What was that? Rex Kwando. I don't know what that is, but hello. Gary Warren, Rex Quando. Tell me about it. Quando. No, I don't know what that means. Okay. It's okay that I don't. Your biggest dream. Thank you. You are my biggest dream, Alakram? Are you asking me what is my biggest dream? Well, for a long time, it was to have a television program of my own, maybe a game show of some kind, or I don't know, a talk show or a cooking show. That was my dream for the longest time. And guess what? I'm living it right here. Absolutely. For myself, that's my biggest dream for myself. Absolutely. My biggest dream for the world is that maybe we can all just take a breath and live with a little bit more kindness. That's it. Recognition that you and I are way more alike than we are different. Recognition that we're all going to end up in the same place. We're all terminal cases. Maybe while we're here, we want to spend a little time learning and knowing each other and enjoying each other rather than scrapping, fighting, rage baiting. That's my dream. Okay. Clue number 3. You've all been waiting for it. Did anybody have a guess? I got to look back. We're talking about I love there's so much dialogue going on here and I'm having trouble keeping up. Best revenge is a good life, Mike Sullivan. Oh, Jess, that's sweet. Appreciate you. Yes, I did. I convinced you to go to the show. That's good. You should go to the show. You're going to be in the 5th freaking row with Bob Dylan. Who cares who's around you? Who cares? That's awesome. Just go have some fun. Just focus on Bob. Absolutely. All right, final clue. Bob Dylan is not the answer. Bob Dylan is usually the answer to everything. But today, my clue, my game does not end with Bob Dylan. This person was discovered at the beach on another continent and became a highly recognizable comedic actor. I intentionally threw the actor because people bias that, but now we find out it's a her. Accent, timing, confidence, and presence became part of what made her unforgettable. Makes her. I don't know why I made that past tense. There it is. For more than a decade, she helped make Modern Family one of television's biggest comedies. Jay. Okay, Jay. For more than a decade, she helped make Modern Family one of television's biggest comedies. Jay. Okay. Let's move into the kindness compass. The kindness compass for today. Because we always move from thought directly into action. Action. Absolutely, because we have to play without a net. How are we going to play without a net if we don't take some action today? And here it is, the 3 ways to play without a net. Take one honest risk today. The goal is not to be reckless. It's to let one true thing enter the room. Let's trade performance for presence. Sometimes the best contribution is not the polished answer, but the attentive, honest, and human one. And lastly, help someone else stay in their song. When people stumble, kindness helps them recover instead of making a mistake define them. That's today's practices. Take one honest risk. Be present. Help someone else keep playing. That's how we build safety. That's how we build trust. And that's how kindness rises. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Back at it. My terminal choice is always positivity, says Jerry Ginger. We know this. We know this about you. It is a terminal choice. We're all terminal cases. What is that? That's a line from something. I didn't make it up. Can anybody know? I think I have a remember. I think I have a can anybody know? I think I have a remember. How's my English working out for you today? Can anyone know? I think I have a remember. Okay. It is Sofia Vergara. Jess, the answer to our get a clue, who in the world there she be with those lips. We'll just talk about the lips for starters. All right. I love her for today's lesson, playing without a net. She definitely reminds us that sometimes the thing that makes you different is not the thing you need to hide. It may be the thing that makes you unforgettable. Her voice, the accent, the humor, the timing, the confidence, and the presence. Those were not obstacles for her to overcome. They became part of her gift, and that connects beautifully to everything we've been talking about this week. Showing up real does not mean everyone will immediately know what to do with you. That is true. It means you stop standing down, and you stop sanding down and standing down the most alive parts of yourself just to fit in the room. Sofia Vergara definitely did not do that. She built a career by being unmistakably herself, and she definitely plays without a net. Yes. Yes, Mom, she is great in many ways. She's a super positive role model. She is funny. She is generous. She is real, I think. I mean, I don't know, as real as people can get, right? Obviously, played against type, right? So funny in Modern Family. I mean, what a great show. Jay, I love when she says Jay. Okay. Well, I can't believe it. That's it. This was the first week I've ever delivered this content. First time, the Without a Net content. Jess, Jerry, Roseanne, Sully, Alacran, Gary Warren, all of you who came in today. Did I miss anybody? I'm missing a few people. For sure. This is what we're really building, is a community of people who just want to get up and get going. Weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Thanks for sticking it out with me as I develop this Without a Net. You're a big part of it. Absolutely. Without a Net, this was the week. We showed up real. That was the invitation. We looked at our armor and we learned to see. Then we counted the cost of performing. And today we're practicing playing without a net. Certainly is a lot for 1 week, but it's only the beginning. Next week we move into week 2, where the theme is speak truth with love. Because showing up real is only the first step. Once we begin showing up more honestly, we have to learn how to tell the truth in a way that builds trust instead of breaking it. And that's where we're headed. But for today, here's the thread. The goal is not to become fearless. The goal is to become trustworthy enough, present enough, and honest enough to keep playing when the net isn't there. That is what the Grateful Dead practice. That's what great teams practice. And that is what real leadership requires. It's what Kindness Rising is here to build. One morning, one story, one honest conversation, and one act of uncommon kindness at a time. Come on back Monday morning. We'll continue the conversation right here on Kindness Rising as part of Mornings in the Lab Network. Now get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Go see them. Learn a thing or two. I think that Dr. John Petrocelli might be joining. It's a Friday. I don't know for sure. And I'm sure it'll be a great day. Jess, I cannot wait to hear about Dylan. Congratulations on stepping out of your comfort zone to go do something. You will not regret it. So excited for you. Congrats. I know that you enjoy his music, so that's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday morning. Until then, stay uncommon and stay kind.